Tired of losing your chickens to raccoons, foxes, or hawks? You need a poultry guardian, but which one is the best? Today, we're putting two legendary contenders to the test: the guardian goose and the guinea fowl. One is large, loud, and highly territorial. The other is small, relentless, and has the eyes of an eagle. We'll break down their strengths, their weaknesses, and by the end, I'll tell you which option is ideal for your type of farm. Let's talk serious protection. If you keep poultry, ducks, turkeys, or even small livestock, you know the threat of predators is constant. This isn't just about chickens, it's about your investment, your peace of mind, and the safety of your entire flock. That's why the guardian goose has become a living legend. You should know that the guardian goose isn't a single breed, it's a job. It's a selected behavior. Different goose breeds have proven to possess that innate territorial instinct we need to defend our property. They are the largest and most effective biological alarm you can have on your farm. But which one do you choose? There are four main contenders, each with a unique superpower: the Chinese goose, the African goose, the Emden goose, and the Toulouse goose. Let's begin. 1. The Chinese goose. The Chinese goose is, without a doubt, the undisputed champion in noise emission. This is its primary and most effective guardian superpower. Unlike other geese that simply honk, the Chinese goose emits a high-pitched, penetrating, and repetitive cry that resembles a whistle or a honking horn, audible over great distances. Its vigilance instinct is so pronounced that it reacts to the slightest stimulus: a passing car, a falling branch, or a strange person. This makes it an unparalleled early warning system. If anything unusual happens on the farm, the breeder will know immediately, as the Chinese goose will alert the entire neighborhood. While this characteristic is ideal for protection, it is also its greatest cohabitation weakness. If peace and quiet is a priority, the intensity of its alarm can be excessive. However, for the defense of an isolated pen, there is no better guardian focused solely on making noise and alerting the owner and the rest of the livestock. The Chinese goose is known for being highly territorial and distrustful of strangers. This distrust is precisely what makes it such a good guardian. Its energetic and reactive nature means it will not hesitate to confront an intruder. Not necessarily with brute force, but with aggressive noise and pecking. Within the flock, the Chinese goose is usually very protective of the chickens and ducks it considers part of its group. However, due to its nervous personality and tendency toward aggression, handling it requires care and patience from the owner to avoid unnecessary confrontations and maintain calm in the coop. The Chinese goose is the perfect choice if extreme auditory alert is your #1 priority. Its territorial nature ensures that any intruder, human or predator, thinks twice before approaching its domain. This goose is immediately recognizable by its slender and elegant silhouette, contrasting with the massive volume of other heavy breeds. Its neck is notably longer and more erect, giving it an almost swan-like posture and granting it a surveillance advantage with a higher vantage point over the pasture and surroundings. But its most iconic characteristic is the black knob, or dewlap, that forms at the top base of its beak. This feature not only allows for easy identification of the breed, but also serves to differentiate the sex of the birds, with the knob being much more prominent in males than in females, although both share the same vigilance. Although its body weight is modest compared to the Emden or the African, its slender figure is key to its function. It allows it to move quickly and agilely to intercept small threats. This combination of grace and the knob trait makes it visually unique in the coop, even if its defense is not based on physical bulk. 2. African goose. Now we move from the loudest watchman to the flock's personal bodyguard, a goose that commands respect with its figure alone. We are talking about the imposing African goose. The African goose excels in its guardian role due to its capacity for active physical intimidation. Its large size and weight, combined with a confrontational attitude, make it a formidable opponent for medium-sized ground predators like small dogs or foxes. It doesn't just honk, it is ready to fight. Its instinct to protect the flock is perhaps its greatest asset. African geese tend to stay close to their coop companions, chickens, ducks, and interpose themselves between the threat and the group. They use their weight to charge, their strong wings to beat, and their beaks to pinch any intruder who gets too close. Although its alarm is not as hysterical as that of the Chinese, its honk is deep and powerful, serving as a resonant warning. Its defense is more a combination of visual intimidation, a forceful vocal warning, and an active readiness for physical confrontation, making it the best bodyguard. The African goose has a very territorial temperament and can be aggressive toward strangers, which is ideal for a guardian. However, they are known for being capable of forming a strong bond with their owner if raised from a young age and handled regularly, which facilitates daily farm management. They are intelligent birds that recognize quickly their flock and people who pose no threat. Its territoriality, though useful, must be managed with respect, especially during the breeding season when ganders become particularly protective and defensive. In essence, the African goose is the one that offers the best balance between visual intimidation, physical protection, and vocal alert in a single package, making it a robust option for those seeking a defender willing to take action. The African goose inherits many characteristics from the Chinese goose. Both have the knob on the beak, but it is distinguished by a much heavier and more robust structure. Its posture is majestic and vertical, making it look larger than it actually is, a key factor in the visual intimidation it exerts on predators. The defining physical feature of the African is the prominent dewlap that hangs below its chin. This flap of skin adds an appearance of age and authority that reinforces its image as a serious guardian. Additionally, unlike the Chinese, the African features a shorter, thicker neck that contributes to its bulky silhouette. Its most common coloration is gray-brown, similar to the wild goose, which gives it a rustic and natural look. In short, its combination of large size, the dewlap, and the knob give it an appearance that communicates strength and territoriality before it even lets out the first honk. 3. Emden Goose. Now let's step away from pure aggression and move on to a giant that commands respect by its mere presence. Let's meet the Emden Goose, the visual intimidation factor. The Emden's superpower as a guardian lies in passive deterrence through size. Unlike the Chinese goose, which alerts with shouts, the Emden intimidates by its mere existence. A coyote or fox will think twice before attempting to confront such a large and strong bird. When threatened, the Emden exhibits a powerful, low-pitched honk that, while not as constant as the Chinese's, is more authoritative and deep. This earns them the title of being more of a quiet watchman who only raises the alarm when necessary. Its weight and muscle mass are the final defense. If the Emden decides to attack, its strong wings can cause significant pain. It is the ideal choice if you are looking for a goose that acts as a large, highly visible physical barrier against predators, but without the constant nervousness of smaller breeds. The Emden goose is known for having a generally calm and docile temperament compared to the Chinese or African. Its gentle nature makes it easier to handle and less likely to attack children or family pets, provided they are not directly threatened. However, due to their large size, they require more space and quality grazing. Although docile, their vigilance remains high. They have a strong instinct to protect their own nests and young, at which point any goose, even the Emden, can become highly defensive. In summary, if you are looking for a goose that is a first-class visual and physical intimidation factor without the constant noise level of other breeds, the Emden is an excellent alternative. The Emden goose is one of the world's largest and heaviest breeds, competing directly with the Toulouse. Its most distinctive feature is its pure, immaculate white plumage and its exceptionally tall and erect posture, without the dewlap of the African or the knob of the Chinese. Its long neck and large, voluminous body structure make it appear much taller than other poultry. This height is a key factor in visual intimidation that, by itself, deters many predators. It is an imposing sight in the pasture, standing out against the background and announcing its presence from a distance. Despite its large size, its appearance is elegant and noble. They are primarily bred for their high-quality meat and down, but their sheer volume and imposing weight incidentally make them a guardian of great physical impact. 4. Toulouse Goose. Finally, we explore a breed famous for its meat and fat production, but one that, in its more rustic variety, the Toulouse, is a formidable defender. The Toulouse's role as a guardian is based on its pure physical endurance and mass. In a confrontation with a predator, the Toulouse can withstand more damage than the more slender breeds and uses its weight to strike forcefully. It is the tank of the coop. Although not as noisy as the Chinese, its honk is a serious and powerful alarm. The working line variety, being more agile than the exhibition type, is more likely to patrol the perimeter and take a firm defensive stance when it detects a threat near its flockmates. Overall, the Toulouse is a reliable guardian for environments where brute force is the most important factor. Its large size causes most predators to look for easier targets, making it a great deterrent. The Toulouse from the working line generally has a balanced temperament. It is calmer than the Chinese or African, but more territorial than the docile Emden. This characteristic makes it a good compromise for family farms that need protection without the constant stress of noise. They are good grazers and do not require as much individual handling. However, their weight means they can struggle in very hot climates and need constant access to water and shade. Owners should be aware that they are not fast birds. Their defense is firm, slow, and measured. In conclusion, the Toulouse Goose, especially the working line variety, offers a guardian of great mass and physical power with a manageable noise level. It is the preferred option if the breed is already being raised for other reasons and an additional security benefit is sought. The Toulouse goose is recognized worldwide as one of the heaviest breeds, although two varieties exist. The exhibition variety, with dewlap and keel, very heavy and slow-moving, and the working line or rustic variety, lighter, less dewlap and better for grazing. It is the latter that performs better as a guardian. Its body is large and voluminous, dark gray in color, and its weight is its main calling card. Like the African, the dewlap is a common trait in Toulouse lines, lending it the appearance of a coupe veteran that commands respect. Its muscle strength, developed throughout its history as a meat and foie gras breed, is what sets it apart. Although its silhouette is more horizontal and less erect than the Emden's, its density and body mass make it look like a walking fortress, making it a solid and robust defender. Now that we have analyzed the giant guardians, it is time to turn our attention to the other side of the spectrum, a small bird but one with an alarm system that detects even danger coming from the sky. It's time to meet the relentless guinea fowl. 5. The guinea fowl. The guinea fowl is, without a doubt, the most effective biological alarm system you can have on your farm. Unlike quiet domestic chickens, the guinea fowl is genetically programmed with an instinct for hypervigilance inherited from the African savannas. This bird has the vision of an eagle and an attitude of constant, 360-degree environmental inspection, allowing it to detect the slightest anomaly. Its cry is its life insurance. At any sign of intrusion, be it a stranger, an unusual vehicle, or a predator, they emit a loud, repetitive, and deeply penetrating screech. This noise is not a simple local warning. It is an alarm that propagates over great distances and actively startles the intruder. Breeders on large tracts of land confirm that this deafening chorus is enough to make large predators, such as foxes, coyotes, and even bobcats, retreat immediately, as the risk of being detected becomes too high. In the context of security, their vigilance goes far beyond just detection. It is a total focus on the property. It is not about imposing size, but about security intelligence. The owner knows they can trust them because they are programmed to inspect tirelessly, providing invaluable peace of mind that no fence or quiet goose can constantly offer. The utility of the guinea fowl extends far beyond the audible alarm, providing an invaluable public health service to the farm. They are biological and organic pest exterminators. Their voracious diet and active foraging behavior make them the only birds that constantly pursue and hunt ticks in tall grass, bushes, and even around livestock. The community data is striking. A flock can consume more than 400 ticks in a single hour. By drastically reducing this population, the guinea fowl limits the spread of serious diseases transmitted by these parasites to humans and domestic animals. This health benefit is complemented by their voracity against grasshoppers, crickets, scorpions, and against nettle, a weed that few other species consume. Noise is, indisputably, the #1 criticism and the main reason some owners get frustrated with guinea fowl. Their screeching is so sharp and constant that it can create conflicts with neighbors if you live in residential or semi-rural areas, so this factor must be honestly weighed. However, successful breeders have learned that the noise is not a flaw, it is the bird's function. It is the price paid for total security. It is that penetrating volume that scares the coyote away before it reaches the fence. Accepting this fact, the practical solution to mitigating the volume lies in flock management, not in the elimination of the bird. It is recommended to keep a small, manageable group, ideally 4 to 6 individuals. Furthermore, it is crucial to limit the number of males, as they are the most vocal and noisy, especially during the breeding season. Controlling the group composition helps keep the alarm at a tolerable level without sacrificing security. If the goose is the bodyguard, the guinea fowl is the early warning radar. Don't be fooled by its size. This bird is a whirlwind of vigilance, the specialist in detecting what the goose, due to its bulk, overlooks: snakes, rats, mustelids, and, most importantly, airborne predators. But the guinea fowl has its challenges. First, its physical protection is zero. If an adult coyote catches it, it has no defense. Second, its noise is unbearable for neighbors if you live in a closely built area. And third, its wild instinct is strong. They tend to wander far, fly to trees at dusk, and hide their nests, which can be frustrating for egg collection. Now that we have broken down the strengths and challenges of the guinea fowl, it's time to compare them directly with our giant guardians. Which is the better option for protecting your farm? Let's get to the final verdict. The key question is, what is your main threat? To make the right decision, you can't rely on the loudest or largest bird, but on the one that solves your specific problem. If your main problem is ground confrontation and intimidation, the guardian goose definitely wins. Its value lies in its body mass, its strength, and its readiness for a frontal attack. Because of their size, especially the African and the Emden, they are insurmountable for driving away foxes, stray dogs, and young coyotes. Their weapon is twofold: the frontal attack, using wings and beak to strike forcefully, and a deep, deafening noise that says, "There's a big problem here, and you better leave." The goose is your physical bodyguard, the one that deters any predator relying on surprise and the prey's weakness. If your main problem is aerial threats, pests, and stealth predators, the guinea fowl wins. Its advantage is detection and sanitation. Its hawk-like vision and constant scanning of the sky are crucial for detecting the eagle or hawk that the goose, only looking forward, ignores. Furthermore, it takes care of the invisible threats that kill your livestock: ticks, snakes, rats, and scorpions. Its weapon is the specific and immediate alarm, the one that gives you time to intervene, and the one that prevents stealth threats from establishing themselves on your property. Our recommendation is simple and non-negotiable. Use a combined strategy for a 360-degree defense. No single guardian is perfect alone. The goose is vulnerable to air attacks, and the guinea fowl is vulnerable to frontal attack. The ultimate defense for your farm is achieved when they complement each other. Combine the physical intimidation and ground barrier of the geese, the tank, with the early warning radar and pest control of the guinea fowl, the sentinel. Together they offer a complete defense, ensuring your chickens, ducks, turkeys, and even your livestock are protected from most common threats on the ground, in the air, and in the pasture. Now, tell us about your experience. Have you been successful protecting your livestock with geese or guinea fowl? What predator is your biggest nightmare? Leave your stories and questions below in the comments. And if this analysis helped you protect your farm, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss our next videos. See you at the coop. To your success, fellow breeder. Until next time.